ahead and take it away, James.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place. The Wizard of Oz was the last thing that I was thinking about as the bullet had grazed my right leg a little bit above my ankle and the blood had started to trickle. I had no pants. I had shorts. The blood was coming out. And I was 2 blocks away from safety. The gentlemen, the assailants, the gangbangers who were chasing me were moments away. And just at that particular moment, the blue and white police car showed up. It was a black cop. And he knew my mom from the hardware store. And he says, "Hey, what happened to you?" And I told him I was playing basketball. He said, "Get in, I'll drive you home." With a glance backward at my assailants, I got limped to the police car. They took me home. I fabricated the story to my dad that I had tried to dunk and had hurt myself and got bandaged up, but I picked up my Sega Genesis cartridge and controller, and I realized maybe Dorothy was right. There's no place like home. That was 1992. Fast forward to 2013. I'm a parent to a daughter who is now 20 years old, and she's out a little bit later than she normally would be. We'd had a discussion, turned into a debate, somewhat of a heated argument about time to coming in. She said, "Dad, I'm in college, I'm grown." Me saying, "You live in my house. I just want you home safe. There's nothing out here." "Dad, I'm not going to do anything. You should trust me." "I trust you. I just don't trust everybody else." Angst, antagonism sat in the air between us, and she went. I wanted her to come home before 1. She wanted to come home at 2 a.m. She came home at 11:45, somewhere around about, and her statement to me as she came in, and I was sitting there at the table waiting for her with my coffee, "Dad, I wasn't going to stay out late. I just wanted to know that you trusted me." And she kissed my forehead and she went into her room. Not too long after that, Sweets, Morgan Denise Livingston, my daughter, decided to move out of the house with me, her grandmother, and her uncle, and move in with her mother. She said she felt like she was enclosed. Not too long after that, she did well as a teacher, and we always communicated. We talked every day about everything that we did in our respective careers. We were somewhat closer than we had been, but I told her all the time, if you ever felt like it, your room is open. You can always come home because this is your home, Sweets. And she says, "Dad, I'm at home with my mom. I'm good. I'll come and visit." And she always did. She would come and stay, and she would always come on Father's Day. She would always come on my birthday. She would always come Christmas, and she would come over on Thanksgiving and make Morgan's special macaroni. She would. It was glorious. And I would always tell her, "You sure you want to go? You can always come back. Your room is always here." She said, "No, I'm good, Dad, but I always come see you." Earlier this year, as some people know, Sweets passed away. And I didn't deal. I thought I did. I didn't deal. So I found residence in the bottles. I found residence in being angry. I found residence in going to the park and screaming like a banshee at whoever would hear me, at God, screaming, "Why? Why can't you send my child home?" It took me many days of crying, many visits to grief group, many prayers and conversations. But God hadn't taken my child from me. God had just brought her home, where there would be no more surgeries, no more procedures, no more medicine, no more worrying about her and her heart and will it give out and what have you. There was no more of that. And as much as I can say there's no more of her cooking her macaroni and no more of her smile and no more of her spending my birthday with me and all those things, the upside is God brought her home. I thought for the longest time I would be lost because my daughter and I talked about everything. When I got a part, when I had an audition, when she would ask me and we would talk about it, we would ask and she'd feedback and everything. When I bought a book, she would buy it and we'd talk about it. But she was home. And I figured I would be lost. Until I met Nicole. And I tried to push Nicole away. And because when you're grieving and you're mourning, you know that's a heavy burden and it's almost selfish. No, it's selfish to put it on someone else. So I tried to push her away and she wouldn't let me. And she told me, if you need to cry, you need to scream, you need to curse, whatever you need to do to get through, I'm right here. Who would have thought? It's 2020, in the year of a pandemic, in the year when I lose the most important person to me ever in existence. The most important person to me to go forward and know love would find me and give my heart that I thought was broken repair and another home to be in. Thank you.